All right, I'll go ahead and call the meeting in order and ask us to start with the Pledge of Allegiance this morning. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, I can ask for approval of this morning's agenda. I would like to ask that the quitclaim deed to S&I Properties LLC be removed to a later date.
I'll make that motion.
Okay,
No second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the agenda with the removal of the quitclaim deed to S&I Properties LLC. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next item I have is an approval of minutes dated September 8th and September 15th, 2021.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. I have consideration of approval of claims for payment dated September 22nd, 2021.
Make motion to approve.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. I can ask for consideration of approving the plans for BRS swap 007 sub 601 FF-42 bridge 327 Main Street, Alden over the Iowa River.
Make a motion to approve.
I will second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Alden City Council approved it on Monday, so.
I talked to Jeff Fiskus a while back and can't wait to move forward on it and get it in the rearview mirror, so. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. This time I'm going to open up the public hearing deeding roadways within unincorporated towns of Abbott and Robertson. And Angela, notice of publication? Yes,
The roads.
okay,
The roads handled it.
okay. Any written comments, Taylor?
No, right, Joe, no comments? No comments.
Okay. Anybody wishing to speak on the vacation or the
Do you want Joe to come
The
up and give a
deeding, yes.
presentation?
And Joe, you want to just give a synopsis of what we're giving back?
So in the town of Abbott and Robertson, we're working with the tax sale deeds. And we had some adjacent streets and alleys that they were vacated but never deeded back to the landowners. So we're just kind of closing the loop and going back and deeding those vacated alleys and streets.
And we've done this in Long Hill recently. We've done it Sherman, Cleves.
Yep.
So just kind of cleaning things up as we go.
Yeah, this
Michelle?
is just basically a formality because there is, in the past, the supervisors have vacated the alleys and it was stated that they were to go to the owners. It's just a cleanup because there was never deeds recorded to those landowners. They put it in their resolution that they were vacating them and giving them to the landowners, but it just never followed through with an actual deed. So that's what we're doing here, just to get it so the tax sale deeds that are going to these places, there's no problems in the future.
Okay.
So I would request that we do this so that we can have some clean deeds that we go through for the tax sale purchasers.
And while we're on the topic, do you know of any other areas where we're still working on this, Joe or Michelle?
Like in the county.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
We don't have enough time to.
okay, so we're still, it's just works in progress. then.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
When it comes to our attention, then we try to address it. It takes time.
Yeah.
Okay,
So.
Yeah, and I want to thank Joe and Daryl for doing the due diligence to take care of this.
okay.
He's getting good at it now.
Yeah.
All right. Any other public comments?
Are people able to unmute?
Okay, this time I'd accept a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion to close the public hearing.
No second.
Okay, I have a motion, a second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next item I have is a request for waiver of right to appeal issuance of final construction permit Schiller Site, Section 3, Alden Township. So I'm going to Kent, I'll go ahead and if you just want to summarize what you're requesting today, I appreciate it.
Monday afternoon, we got notice of intent to approve the permit from Iowa DNR. I was a little surprised how quick it came, but I know they're pretty caught up. At the same time, crops harvested off that field already. Looks like it's going to be a dry fall. A good time to get the cement in the ground while it is dry. So just asking to waive your 14-day appeal period so that we can go ahead and get started on the dirt and cement work this fall while it's dry.
Thank you, Kent.
I'll make a motion to approve the waiver of right to appeal issuance of the final construction permit for the Schiller site in Section 3 of Alden Township.
I'll second that.
Okay, I have a motion, a second, discussion.
That was just a request for resolutions following.
Correct. All those in favor of the request, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is consideration of the resolution approving the waiver of right to appeal issuance of final construction permit for the construction of confined animal feeding operation by the Iowa DNR.
Make a motion to approve that resolution.
Excuse me, I'll second it.
I have a motion, a second. Any discussion? I was surprised when I saw everything come through from Cindy Garza as well, and in such a quick fashion. So if there's no other public comments, Angela?
Lance,
Aye.
Renee,
Aye.
BJ,
Aye, motion carries. Next, we have a resolution regarding the Election Misconduct and Penalties Act. Jolene, do you have anything to add? Okay, so this was just a matter of the Iowa legislature. They've created and codified election conduct rules, and so it's just a matter of adopting those within the county.
I will make a motion to approve the resolution for the Election Misconduct and Penalties Act.
I will second.
I have a motion, a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Roll call.
Aye.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yep, I'm sorry, Angela.
Renee,
Aye.
Lance,
Aye.
BJ,
Aye. Motion carries. Taylor, this utility permit,
I was gonna remind you of
Yeah.
other business.
Okay.
We can do it now.
I do have a utility permit, Heart of Iowa Communications to install a 1-inch HDPE duct and 4 fiber cables for a new home, 502 Main Street in Union.
I'll make a motion to approve utility permit UT 2115.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next item I have is, I've got 3 changes of status in the secondary roads department. First, I'll start with is retirement of Dave Hilsebeck. He's a motor grader operator at $22.32 an hour. He's retiring effective November 30th, 2021. He's been with Hardin County since May 12th of 2014.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next, I have promotion of Dale Schwartz, secondary road. He's a truck driver. Be promoted effective September 20th, 21 at a rate of $22.37 an hour.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Lastly, I have Heath Hansen, change of status in the secondary roads department, truck driver at a rate of $21.80 an hour. He is resigning effective September 22nd, 2021.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I will second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Lance, other business?
No.
Renee?
Nothing.
I have a couple things. I received a really nice message that I want to get a hold of Wes personally. It was late in the day yesterday. That a colleague of mine in emergency medical service, he and his wife were looking for somewhere to spend a few days of vacation. And they didn't have to look very far and came across the cabins at Tower Rock and couldn't believe what a great resource that was. They live in Marshall County, so it wasn't a long ways to get away to have a nice place. Wes and his staff were very accommodating and just wanted everybody to know that they appreciate having great resources close to home. So I'll reach out to Wes and his team and give them the attaboy. So other thing, just had somebody inquire about UTV ordinance, and so I'll work with Angela to see exactly where we need to be on that to hopefully finalize something in the near future. So that's all I have. With that, I can ask for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you. Go ahead and open our meeting, and up for consideration are the deed and roadways within unincorporated towns of Abbott and Robertson. This morning, we held a public hearing shortly after 9:02 a.m. And so Attorney Meyer prepared the documentation, made a few changes, so that's why we're meeting at this time. So Michelle, any additional clarification besides I left out, people need to pay their taxes. Please pay your property taxes. We appreciate that. We're counting on that.
Yeah.
We don't like delinquent property taxes. If you don't, we'll have a property tax sale, and then other people won't be happy, and just make Michelle's life easy, please. All right, so Daryl, anything to add to the deeds?
No, we just need the formality of doing it by resolution, so that's why we're here to do that. Joe's got the deeds, I've got a copy of the resolution, so I think we're in good shape unless you have questions.
Let's just keep these coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like everybody's a whole lot happier getting things off the books. I know we are, and then, it alleviates some property issues down the line for people as well, so.
I think one of these was from the 1800s.
Yeah, late 1800s is vacated.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
Better late than never.
Yeah.
And it takes just something, like the tax LD changeover to
Bring
bring
it to
that to
light.
the attention,
True.
that it never happened when you go to research through, and when they have the abstract done or whatever, then you find no conveyance of ownership for a legal description that we have in our system already. So that becomes the problem, where the legal description we might show in our system might not really match the legal documents that have not happened or happened.
And do you find other interesting parts of history when you're doing those, Joe? I mean,
All the time.
Yeah.
It is pretty interesting.
okay. So I can entertain a motion to approve the resolution to convey interest in the vacated real properties as described.
Motion to approve the resolution.
I will second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? I appreciate everybody's work to get these cleared up, and so we just keep chugging along. So, hearing none, Angela?
Renee,
Aye.
Lance,
Aye.
BJ,
Aye, motion carries. If there's nothing else, I can.
Does you want to keep out tax sales? I know BJ brought it up earlier, but
Pay your taxes.
so you don't end up like this.
Due before October 1st.
Yeah, just make sure that you pay your taxes prior to the 30th, or get it postmarked on the 30th. The thing about the postmark is, remember that if you drop it in the box on the 30th at 4:30, 5 o'clock at night, you're running the risk that the postmark is not gonna be there. It'll be the next day, and then I am obligated by law to charge penalty at that point in time And I don't want to, so just get it postmarked before the due date. Pay online, it's super easy, it's inexpensive, it's 25 cents. when
Cheaper
you
than a
use an
stamp, I
e-check.
heard.
It's
Less
less than
than
half price of a stamp,
What
so
a deal.
works really good, and then it's done and it's paid for and it's safe and secure, so we just encourage people to do that.
And
Of
we
course,
have the
if they wanna come
Dropbox.
up to the office, we can, they sure can come visit us, we love to see people. We do have a convenient drop box that's after hours on the east side of the building. It's a black drop box right out there, they can drop it in. If business hours, we have a drop box inside the east entrance. So we have every means possible for everybody to get their taxes paid, so.
So just so people are clear, people, I don't think a lot of people understand that you drop something in the mail here in Eldora, most communities, it's gonna go to Waterloo. The local post office can't hand cancel anything here on site. So even if I'm mailing something to County Attorney Meyer at his office and I put it in, they can't walk over and put it in. They have to send it to Waterloo, hand canceled or machine canceled there, and it comes back to Eldora. So those evenings, it could go through the machine tonight, or it might go through the machine tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
So-
that's why I warn people about putting
Yeah.
in the mailbox on the 30th. You're running a risk, especially if it's after 4 o'clock generally, at that not getting postmarked.
Right, and this year with, the weekend, it's really even a greater risk. With the 30th being a Saturday and,
The 30th is a Thursday.
Thursday. You're gonna have to.
or,
Yeah.
yeah, okay,
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking, yeah, okay, so, all
And
right.
and if it was a weekend and the weekend falls on or the last day of property taxes falls on the weekend, then there's a grace period and they can pay
To
the next business day with no penalty.
Perfect,
Thank you.
so long story short, pay your taxes. Please pay. All right, with that, I can ask for adjournment.
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned, thank you.
Thanks.
Yep.